Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we've got something truly special on the lot. This is the 2025 Chevy Monte Carlo, a nameplate that carries decades of legacy, brought back to life with bold ambition and modern flair. For enthusiasts, the return of the Monte Carlo sparks a flood of nostalgia. But Chevy isn't just banking on history. Here they've reimagined this classic with contemporary design language, cutting-edge tech, and serious performance cred. Stick around because we're diving deep into every detail from the front fascia to the way it moves on the road. Let's talk about first impressions. At a glance, the 2025 Monte Carlo commands attention. The front end is aggressive but refined, with a wide, sculpted grille that's framed by razor-sharp LED matrix. Headlights? The grille features active shutters to improve aerodynamics, while the lower bumper has air intakes that hint at performance, but without overdoing it. The hood has deep creases, not just for style, but to subtly reference the muscle car roots that define the Monte Carlo of decades past. You get the sense that this car means business, even before it turns a wheel. Moving to the side profile, the Monte Carlo adopts a sleek, fastback silhouette. It's low, it's wide, and it rides on 20-inch aluminum wheels that fill the arches perfectly. The body lines are clean but assertive. There's a character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the taillight, giving the car a sense of motion even when it's parked. Frameless windows and blacked-out B-pillars keep things looking modern and premium. And for those paying attention, yes, Chevy did sneak in a subtle Monte Carlo badge just behind the front wheel. A tasteful nod to its heritage around the back. The Monte Carlo really leans into its grand touring persona. You'll find slim LED taillights connected by a gloss black trim piece, giving the rear a wide, planted look. The trunk has a slight integrated spoiler, and the dual exhaust tips are real, no fake cutouts here. Depending on the trim, you can opt for black chrome or brushed aluminum finish for the rear diffuser. It's sporty, elegant, and refreshingly clean in a segment often overwhelmed by design clutter. Stepping inside, the Monte Carlo surprises even further. The cabin is a fusion of retro cues and futuristic technology. You're greeted by a wraparound dashboard that flows seamlessly into the door panels. The driver sits behind a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, fully customizable and paired with a curved 13.2-inch infotainment display, running GM's latest interface. The software is fast, intuitive, and thankfully still includes physical knobs for volume and climate. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Google built-in are all standard. The materials here deserve some applause. Soft-touch surfaces dominate the upper dash and door cards, while contrast stitching and aluminum trim pieces give a genuine premium feel. Upper trims add suede headliners, ambient lighting, and even heated and ventilated massaging front seats. Space-wise, the front row is generously sized, and the rear is more than serviceable for adults, though taller passengers might find headroom a bit tight due to the sloping roofline. The trunk is deep, offering just over 16 cubic feet of cargo space, and the rear seats fold down for added flexibility. When it comes to performance, Chevy offers multiple powertrains to suit different driving styles. The base model comes with a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4, pushing out 250 horsepower and 295 pounds-feet torque. It's responsive, fuel-efficient, and surprisingly quick off the line. But the real magic happens when you step up to the 3.6-liter V6, which puts out 335 horsepower through either the front wheels or optional all-wheel drive. And for those craving something more aggressive, Chevy now offers an SS trim featuring a twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6, making a thrilling 400 horsepower and 406 pounds-ft of torque. Mated to a 10-speed automatic. No manual gearbox here, but paddle shifters and selectable drive modes give you control when you want it. On the road, the Monte Carlo is well balanced. The chassis feels taut yet forgiving, with adaptive dampers that adjust based on road conditions. And driving mode. It handles corners confidently with minimal body roll, especially in the SS trim where stiffer suspension tuning and summer tires come into play. The steering is direct, weighted just right, and the brakes provide confidence. Stopping power. It may not be a full-blown sports car, but it walks that fine line between a cruiser and a canyon carver with surprising grace. Now, let's talk pricing. The 2025 Monte Carlo starts at around $33,000 for the base LT model. Stepping up to the RS trim with the V6 brings it closer to $39,000. The fully loaded S trim comes in just under $48,000, and with options like the panoramic sunroof, Bose premium audio system, and driver assistance packages, it can crest just over 50 grand. But honestly, for what it offers style, performance, tech, it's competitively priced, especially against European and Japanese rivals in the sport coupe and GT segment. So, is the 2025 Chevy Monte Carlo worth considering? Absolutely, especially if you've been longing for a stylish, performance-oriented grand tourer that won't break the bank. Chevy has taken a beloved badge and done it justice. It's not a cheap nostalgia grab, it's a modern car with real substance wrapped in an evocative shape. It's not perfect. A manual transmission would have sweetened the deal, and rear headroom could be better. But as a whole package, this new Monte Carlo hits a sweet spot that few others in the market currently do. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Chevy Monte Carlo, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you take this over a Mustang or a Stinger GT? Let us know. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next review.